Hey everybody, welcome back for video 2 of 3 on structuring your off-season practice. So video 1, we talked about adding width to the backswing, okay? So video 2, we're going to talk about ways you can move that width into the downswing now. So we know golf being rotational, and I say many times golf being rotational, we want to be able to rotate in the downswing. By rotating, you can see the more lateral I get, the less rotated I can get. The less lateral I can get, the easier it is for me to rotate. So for us, we want to be able to feel like we have less lateral movement so we can improve the likelihood of us rotating properly, especially because there's a lot of amateur golfers out there who struggle with rotating and early extending because they get too lateral. So we're going to talk about how to rotate properly, okay? So assuming you've watched video 1, you've added some width into your backswing, okay? What we want to try to help you do now is to rotate properly. So at the top of the backswing, we have good width, hands high and back, not too hinge. We want to be able to make sure you're loaded 80% into the inside trail heel, okay? And from here, most amateurs, when they make a mistake, is they get to the lead foot too early. Everyone's been taught to shift your weight, shift your weight, shift your weight. Well, that weight shift's happening way too early. If you get to your left foot too early, you're not going to be able to rotate, okay? What we want to try to feel like we are is at the top of the backswing, your trail side 80%, instead of stepping into your lead side right away, you're going to feel like you step down into your trail side as you rotate. You see how much more I can rotate there? I know I'm exaggerating quite a bit, but for a lot of players, they have to exaggerate a ton to see substantial changes in a relatively short amount of time. So from the top of the backswing, you have this structure to look at the structure. The intent now is to feel like you maintain this look at the structure as you step down and rotate into your trail heel, like so, okay? All you're gonna do, you may even feel like you're hitting off your trail foot, where you make your backswing nice width, and then just step and rotate into your trail heel, and you can see my heel comes up off the ground way later. But when I do that, I'm able to rotate a ton. You can see if I stay on my trail heel at impact, you can see more of the back of my lead leg, back of my lead glute, back of my lead back. So again, from the top of the backswing, trail heel loaded inside trail heel 80%. Feel like you step down and rotate as you keep your butt back. That will help you rotate, okay? While you maintain the look and rigidity of that structure. So one more time, really slowly, nice width, and then step into the trail heel and rotate. You can see tons of rotation. That's what we want to try to help you work on first. So if you're someone who struggles with rotating, this is the avenue I want you to take, okay? Now, if you're someone who, for example, comes over the top like most players, getting the width and the depth is definitely number 1 in terms of how to fix it. Now that you've fixed it, what you can do is try to feel like you add the loop to it. You've seen some of my videos, I talk about looping the structure back, okay? So in addition to trying to step and rotate in your trail heel as your butt goes back, I want you to feel like you loop the structure back. As you can see, my arms stay really pinned. Hands behind, club behind. That will ensure I come way more from the inside, way less from the outside, okay? You can see I'm exaggerating quite a ton, but again, you have to exaggerate. If you're someone who's played all your life outside in, you have to exaggerate a ton. So what you're gonna do from the top of the backswing is nice width, then you're gonna loop this structure back as you step and rotate down into your trail heel, rotate, stay on your trail heel, and see how everything stays behind me? That's the exaggeration here, okay? So don't matter where it goes, change the movement. And you guys can see moving it way back, okay? So that is how it was structured part 2 of the 3-part off-season practice. Change the downswing if you have a decent backswing with good width, and then we can talk about power and how you finish later. The results and the shots should change dramatically as you exaggerate the movement dramatically, and don't worry so much about where the ball goes initially though. So hope that helps. Any questions, leave in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.